gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, OMG MOTO proudly brings to you its 2006 Harley Davidson Fat Boy. I'm just kidding. That's not the intro I'm supposed to be doing. OMG Nation, how are you? I got a couple of questions for you. Something pretty interesting. I know. It's kind of weird to go from that intro to this. Have you ever been in a situation? Let me just tell you, the other day, OMG Jr. and I were rolling down the road and we go through this little place. I guess it's the art district or something. And first of all, I don't know that I would call it, it's a bold statement, brother, let me just tell you, to call it the art district. To see what they were trying to pass off as art, there was something that really, this is not an exaggeration. There were these giant red things that looked like Twizzlers. I want to know who I'm going to say genius, and I don't mean because his art was genius. I mean who the genius artist was that made somebody believe that that was worth purchasing and putting. I know it had to be thousands of dollars, because probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that man sold ice to an Eskimo. I'm just going to tell you. Anyways, there was, besides that type of art, there was a statue. We pull up at a red light, and right to my left there's a statue. It is a woman that is upside down. Well, I noticed that it is a woman that is upside down. Well, then OMG MOTO, scam likely, OMG MOTO Jr.'s, whoop, hello. That's not what I'm trying to do. There we go. Junior looks at me and he says, Dad, he said, I think we need to go. I said, why do we need to go, son? He said, because that woman's dress on that statue is down and I can see her bottom. Oh my gosh. What do you do at that point? What do you say? Because I wanted to do what I just did, which was crack up laughing. But the father and positive role model in me said, no, Ryan, don't do that. Brother, handle this with care. And I looked over and I said, oh, I do see her bottom. I said, well, that's inappropriate. He said, that's very inappropriate. And I said, you're right, son. Well, let's just look the other way, and hopefully this light will turn green. Hopefully this light will turn green soon. Wow, that was a tongue twister. Try to say that 3 times real fast. And I was like, are you serious? Are you seriously going to put a statue where the woman's doing a handstand or whatever it is that she's doing, and her dress is down and it's exposing her bum? I mean, really? I mean, did you not ever think for 1 second that little kids are going to drive past that and do what mine just did? Dad, why am I looking at this statue's butt? Oh my gosh. That is where, as a parent, you have to stay on your toes, brothers. And the 3 ladies that watch this channel, you have to stay on your toes. Speaking about toes, I need to run into Lowe's real quick. But have you guys, let's go back to my original question. Have you guys seen in your area the stuff that passes for art these days? I'm blown away by truly what passes for art. So there's something in the middle of downtown Franklin, and I don't remember, it's like the river something. And all I know is when that was put up, they were talking about how wonderful it was and how neat it was and all this stuff. Well, I looked at it and I was like, what? I don't even know what it's for. I don't know what it's about. All I know is that somebody duped somebody into paying for thousands of dollars for something that they probably cannot imagine that it was really worth that. Maybe I've missed my calling in life, because Even when I walked, when we were in that little art district and I walked past the store that had all these paintings, it looked like a child laid down a canvas and took some brushes and went and somebody marked that stuff for 25, 55 grand, 75 grand. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, I definitely could paint that stuff. Another piece of artwork looked like that somebody just dumped a bunch of buckets of paint on it, and that thing was about $15,000. And I thought, my goodness, I'm gonna get Junior to make, I'm gonna buy some canvases. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him to make some art, and then I'm just gonna put it out there on the World Wide Web, brothers and sisters. And then I'm gonna charge 10,000. You know what, I'll list it for 10,000, but I'll put it on sale for $9,485. Louise, that's ridiculous. Oh, finally, a no U-turn sign. I can't believe it. I mean, there's U-turns everywhere. Matter of fact, I have to do, see, right now, I have to do a U-turn. Yeah, oh, brothers and sisters, here we go with the U-turn. All right, we kept it in one lane. I mean, that was a pretty wide turn right there. I could have actually probably turned in the other one if I tried real hard. Woo! It looks busy over there. In your area, are they passing stuff off as art that probably shouldn't be art? It's insanity. I remember when I was growing up, what passed for art was really something that took some artistic ability, not laying down a canvas and splashing it with paint and then slapping a $15,000, a $20,000, $75,000 price tag on it. Some of these artists are laughing all the way to the bank, brothers. All the way. I missed my turn. Dadgummit. I have no clue where I'm at. I am not doing very well. That's 2 times in a row that I missed my turn. I'm just working on my U-turn skills out here. Well, I missed. I tried to keep it in one lane. Here we go. Now, Ryan, next turn is left. Can you handle it, brother? Jeez Louise. I want to see an alligator. I want to see an alligator crossing the road. And then I'm going to have a video. Alligator versus Harley Davidson Fat Boy. The Blue Ghost. Mano y mano. And of course the Blue Ghost is going to win. I'll park the Blue Ghost and drop an elbow on that alligator's head. Ooh. Oh, somebody tooted. Interesting thing too, the other day, I'm out riding and this dude gives me the motorcycle wave. And he's on an adventure touring bike of some sort, and I really didn't catch what type of bike he was on because it threw me off that he was wearing gigantic adventure touring goggles. He wasn't wearing a helmet. He was not wearing a helmet to protect his head, but he was wearing enormous, what looked like snowmobile goggles over his face. At least his eyes were protected, brothers. I mean, I was like, what? What the heck? Really? I was just looking like, someone explain this to me. But I don't know. Let me go in here. I gotta grab something from the Depot of Homes. My little Home Depot excursion is over. What the heck is over? What is this? My little, what the heck? My little vent guard or wind dam inside of my helmet has popped up for some reason. Let me try to fix this. Okay, there we go. Now we're okay. There we are. What I was trying to tell you is that my little Home Depot excursion is... Excursion? Yeah, is over. What, am I gonna have to do another U-turn? Heck yeah, brother. Ignore that wide turn right there. Hang it on out there, brother. Hang it on out there. So an interesting fun fact, but not so fun. It might be fun for you guys to listen to, but not so fun for me to hear. Or not so fun for me while it's happening. My videos right now, I guess the internet speed at this place that we're staying at, the upload speeds are horrendous. I mean horrendous. It is literally taking me over between 24 and 48 hours to upload a video. So for those of you that don't know, with YouTube, what you can do is I can record 3 or 4 videos in one day, and then I can upload them and schedule them out for every Saturday, 4 Saturdays or 3 Saturdays in a row, whatever. However I want to schedule them out, I can do that. Well, that's usually what I do, is I try to keep myself about 2 or 3 weeks ahead. So when you guys see a video, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, it's a few weeks old as far as something that I did a few weeks ago. There's a couple of times where I feel like something's important enough I change the dates around on stuff, so I put out something that week. Well, this upload speed, literally, I mean, it just 1%. All right, it's looking good. 1%. 4 hours later, 3%. That's not looking so good, brother. And then next thing you know, before I can get to 50%, it was literally 10 hours the other day before I reached 50%. I was like, are you kidding me? 10 hours? So what do you do, you know? It's not like it's mine. So I have to work with the hand that I'm dealt, brothers. I like these little houses right here. Huh. What are they, some of them are duplexes, maybe? These small little houses. Dare I say, they're cute, brothers. They are. So while I'm asking you guys questions, here's the number one. Look at this. Is that a seagull? Yeah. You want to ride on a Harley Davidson, brother? Just perch yourself up right here and let's go for a ride. That's not a seagull. What the heck is that? Is that called an egret or something? The little white birds? Anyways, I should have went. So let me ask you this. When you guys go out to eat, because this is a thing with me, is it a thing with you guys? You guys go out to eat, I'm going to pull up right here. Whoop. Do you want to or not want to see the people that are preparing your food? And here's why I ask. Because Mrs. OMG said it was weird to me. Well, she said it was weird to her that I've kind of... All right, if some of you don't know, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. But I would say that most of you probably go, oh, it makes sense when I tell you this. The OMG, I'm a little OCD, guys. I'm just a little bit OCD, okay? I admit it, I just am. That's the way I'm put together. As OMG Jr. always says, that's the way God made you, Dad. That's the way God made you. I don't know if he made me that way, or I created my own problems. Either way, it is what it is. So we go out to eat, and I always tell her, I just don't want to see the people that are cooking our food. Because here's the thing, if they look unsanitary to me, if they look like maybe, you know, I don't know, they haven't showered in a few days or something, then I start getting kind of grossed out a little bit. And there, at that point, there's a point where if I look at the person, so for instance, the other day, we go somewhere, we park at a restaurant, and it's kind of around the back side of the building. There's a guy sitting out there and he's smoking a cigarette. He's got his hands on the concrete. Just laid back on the back. He's smoking, he puts his hands down. And then we walk in, all of a sudden I see the guy coming in. I see him walking through the restaurant. Then he walks back through the kitchen. When he walks back through the kitchen, I notice he goes right to the back. Now, did he wash his hands? Maybe. I don't know. I didn't see that part. All I saw the part is he was out there smoking on a cigarette with his hands all over the ground. And he was kind of dressed like, I don't know, like maybe that he's been wearing the same pair of shorts and the same shirt for a couple of weeks. He just kind of looked, I don't know. Guys, here's the deal. I can't look at the people that are preparing my food because it grosses me out. and then I can't eat it. I'm like, hey babe, we gotta go. And she goes, why? I said, we can't eat here. And she goes, why? I said, this I'll tell you outside. We get outside and she goes, what's going on? I said, did you notice the guy that was out there? You know, and the whole story I just told you guys, I talked to her about. She goes, I don't even know what you're talking about. And she goes, are you serious right now? Are you doing this again? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it again. I cannot sit down and eat the food that this man may or may not have prepared, because his hands were all over the ground and he was smoking a cigarette. I just can't do it. She's like, well, I guess you got to go pick the place that we're going to next. I'm like, all right. She's like, she goes, I just don't understand. I'm like, doesn't it bother you? She goes, I'm sure he washed his hands. I'm like, but what if he didn't? I'm like, he looked just like he hadn't bathed in a while. And I said, I don't want to, you know, what if he scratches his little armpit or something? And then she's like, oh, quit. I'm like, well, this is all the stuff that goes through my head. And I can't eat the food because of it. But does that happen to you guys? I just need to know. Come on, lady. You come on through here. Go ahead. Because it happens to me. It happens to me so much that sometimes I try, I'm like, don't look in the kitchen. Don't look in the kitchen. And I try not to look because I don't want to. I just don't want to deal with it. Because sometimes, you know, I really want to go eat in a restaurant. And then I can't. I saw something that I can't do it. But that's just the way that I'm put together. This, you know, that's the way God made me, brother. Anyways, let me know, guys. There's got to be somebody else out there that it happens to. Tell me. I want to know. OMG Nation, I'm in the garage. You know how I always like to share a positive message with you guys. A man said something to me the other day that I thought, when he said it, it just kind of, I was like, eh. But when I walked away, I thought, man, wow, I get that. He said, always choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. And it'll all work out. It took a second for that to sink in. But as I thought about what he said, and then I looked back over my life, I've always, for the most part, chose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. There's been a couple times that I chose the easier wrong. Brother, I paid the price. OMG Nation, can you feel it? Do you get it? Drop it down in the comments. I appreciate each and every single one of you on my Indy Ridge video about the boots that I just did, the Mohawk boots. I appreciate each and every single one of you that have clicked the link, that purchased some boots. A few of you guys purchased the boots through Amazon. I appreciate that through that link. There's also an Indy Ridge affiliate link. I appreciate you guys that have purchased the OMG MOTO shirts. I decided, and I was able to continue the sale. I started the sale and I was going to only run it through January, but I just didn't turn it off, and Amazon has let me run it just continuously. I don't know why, but I appreciate you guys that have purchased the shirts. So back to what I was saying. If you have not already, hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to this channel. And OMG Nation, keep it old school. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stall.
So guys, if you haven't watched the focus, then that won't work.
Say bye, Harley.
Bye, Harley.
Oh, this is recorded, by the way.
I didn't think it wasn't recorded.
Okay. Just checking.